Hey, are you falling unconscious on me already? Unbelievable. You have the willpower of a wet pebble. And no, I will not be giving you a piggyback ride. Just wait until we pick a destination to rest at. That'll come soon enough. Until then, hold on out a little further. Look, how about this? When we settle down, you won't have to do a thing. I'll be the one to set up everything else for when we remain stationary. However, if you pass out on me, that won't happen at all. And I'll tie you to a rock and throw you down a river myself to sleep with all the fishes. Am I understood? Phenomenal. Now I need you to use your eyesight and maintain your awareness. Onwards until I demand otherwise. Go on. Count the amount of mushrooms you see along the path or something to keep your mind stimulated. Don't you usually like to take slow walks anyway? Why don't you go admire this breathtaking scenery, or whatever trivial things you do during your strolls? Had you just listened to me and slept earlier like I told you to, you would have been able to conserve a lot more of your energy, and we would have likely been able to venture out sooner. But instead, we're still traveling halfway into this evening because of your idiocracy. Come on now. Since when did you of all people begin to get so tired and glum? Where's that lively spirit of yours? Huh, sleepyhead? Honestly, how saddening. We've barely even been traveling for that long, and I'm already starting to think that maybe you're beginning to become all senile and decrepit. That's probably why you ask me to cook you soup all the time. Because your gums and teeth hurt when you consume any other dish. Sooner or later, you'll end up only being able to eat Senseia purees. Just admit it already. You're an old fart. Huh? Ironic coming from me? When did I ever claim to not be old? I'm aware of the fact I've been around for a long while, but you don't see me wearing down over time like some eroding statue. I'm not the most polished, but my youth has long been retained. What was that? Was that supposed to hurt? I can't believe that's what struck a nerve for you. Haven't I said much harsher things to you? Someone's on there. Strike me again, and you'll be kissing the worms wriggling in the ground. Quit being a moping mess. I was just kidding around. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I didn't know you'd get so hurt from me teasing you on how tiresome you've been recently. Aging isn't something you should be concerning yourself with anyway. Time is fleeting. It's a constant strip of motions that can play out in unpredictable ways. Again, I'm sure you've been on this world for a long while, but you don't need to worry about that stuff. Time has been kind to you. If I'm being honest, you've aged gracefully. In a broader sense, you're actually somewhat eye-catching. Whatever. Look, I'm more than aware of all your other concerns as well, particularly regarding your worries of what's to come in the future. But really, all you're doing is distracting yourself from your real objective. Your mind is prone to deluding itself with all kinds of false outcomes. All the time. I know this because at this very moment, I continue to struggle with that same issue. You can't afford to think this way, though. I've seen your potential. How far you've come. You're taking the steps you need to in order to begin walking the path you've chosen. I can't promise if you're taking the correct amount of steps you need to in order to bring you closer to what or who it is you seek. But what I can assure you is that you're making necessary progress through some form of effort, and that's enough to live off of until things are figured out again from there. Be patient. Don't be an idiot. You're a blooming flower. Now, don't get it twisted. Remember, it's always the most alluring of flowers that are picked first. Sitting and looking a little pretty can only get you so far in life, depending on who you are. I just thought you should know you were pleasing to look at, in a sense, since you were concerned with your oh-so-precious vanity. So, treading back to my main point, time, the future. It's terrifying. Watching these moments pass by, the realization that those you hold dear will eventually wither away. The fear of losing yourself, your identity, your bliss, your sense of purpose and worth even. The rage, sadness, and confusion in it all, it's torturous to bear, and it consumes you. It is inevitable for some. I know that pain better than anyone, but understand, struggle is universal. It just takes different form and shapes. Struggle can serve as a solid foundation to motivate you, to build you and move you towards your goals. It's nothing to fear or be ashamed of. The courses of these events are natural. Fate is erratic, so now it's up to you to take action in your life. Scars will always be there, but wounds can mend. Don't worry about what you'll become. Just keep your eyes on the road and follow your truths. What about me? Have I followed my truth? To a degree, I always have, yes. Have I figured myself out, though? I doubt so. But I doubt anyone else has, too. I won't weigh the difficulty of our lives, as we are different individuals with different journeys and backgrounds. I have long struggled with the bitterness of reality. My existence from the very beginning has been miserable. When I was abandoned, I questioned everything about my existence. Why I was made, why I was thrown out for who I was, for being imperfectly fragile. Did that mean my soul will always be lesser than another? Was there anyone out there who could understand me, or at least someone who could comprehend my life? I was disappointed. I was broken down over and over again, and I tried fitting the pieces together, but none of it made sense. At the same time, everything did. I just wanted to not feel this way anymore. I don't want to die, but at the same time, it's a lot. But I'm in the state I am now. Not necessarily worse, not necessarily better. It's progress. I've become more content, if that's anything. If I can last this long, despite all the wear and tear, then you can as well. You have a plethora of years to go anyway. Being aimless doesn't always mean you won't have a way. It just means you won't know where you're going, or what you'll find. It'll take a while before you build something of yourself. Unfortunately, not everyone does, but you try. We can pave our own paths with the bricks we have. We don't have to buy what fate has in store for us. Nevertheless, don't be so reckless, as destiny can be cruel to us all. Fate isn't your friend, nor your foe here. It's just what is, and part of coming into terms about that, your situations, is accepting that, and trying to see what works. It's important you prepare yourself for whatever outcome arrives, because you simply won't know. It's a permanently lingering concern for everyone. But eventually, you get used to it. Somehow and someday, you find a flow to it all. Interpret that however you wish. I don't care. Just don't give in so early. Cherish the present. Figure it all out at your own pace. I don't like being soft, but things are hard enough as they are. I just want to be at this point. I'm not sure if your puny brain is gonna register all that. I'm not the best at articulating my thoughts and emotions, but I tried. Oh, you could understand what I meant? And I'm glad you can comprehend more than 2 words. I guess you have more than an ounce of brain power in you after all. Ah, what's with that sour look, huh? Irritated because I spoke the truth? I mean, am I really even wrong here? What kind of wise person would you be to befriend someone who was your nemesis not too long ago? And then to travel aimlessly anywhere with them? Peak intelligence. Uh-huh. Okay. I'm sure you're only here to just keep tabs on me. What's next? You gonna go and hold my hand to confine me? Wait. Hold on. You're being hasty. I was just fooling around. What are you? I can't believe this. The audacity. Honestly, how have you managed to be this insufferable? Come on, let me go. Stop. Your hands are so soft. A bit cold to the touch, but still firm, surprisingly. The tighter you squeeze, the warmer it feels. It's been so long since I've last felt this. The comforting sensation of holding a hand. It's warmer than I recalled. It isn't as unpleasant as I had anticipated. I know this feeling will be temporary. Eventually, along the way, you just have to let go. For me, I find it very difficult to bear that truth. It scares me more than most things. I honestly sometimes wish I could hold on to things for as long as I can. Life was sweeter and less complicated, seeing things that way. I think it still can be. Maybe. Though I have been around for too long to where I know too much, and I fear the thought of losing someone I care for again. I refuse to get hurt. I'm scared of that. It's hard getting close to people because I know what happens, mostly. No matter how strong a bond you may think you have, there comes a point in time where it shrivels up and dies. Meanwhile, you are left alone. No one you can depend on. No one to look after you. Seemingly no one to save you. And you are left questioning your worth at all. So close to greatness, yet so far. I've known you for a while now, but to me, it still feels as if I've met you only just recently. I can't fully trust everything, but I do feel closer to you for some unknown reason. As if fate had aligned our paths together. And the thing is, though, I'm not sure what's going to be in store for us. And I can't promise I'll be here to buy into any of it. I can't promise I'll be here for you. I'm aware we have priorities, but regardless of all that, as much as I hate to admit it, all I know is that I don't dislike my time with you, nor do I particularly love it. I'm conflicted. Look, what I do know is that, to a degree, I enjoy our journeys together, and I'd like to stick around for the meantime, even if I end up having to go and do my own thing. There's just something about you that's just so intriguing, and it makes me feel like no matter what happens, I'll have you. Have you around, is what I meant to say. Come on now. I really despise that look on your face. I say what's on my mind once, and you already can't behave. How obnoxious. Flustered. Me? I don't know what you're talking about. Now that I think about it, it is rather funny and pathetic that you, who once showed so much disdain and distrust for me, have become so captivated with me. Hilarious. What? What is it? Are you saying I'm wrong? You're the one who can't keep your eyes off me. Sure, I tolerate your company, perhaps even enjoy it a little bit. But maybe it's you who needs me around more after all. Are you really that lonely? Alright. Simmer down. I was just pulling your leg here. I didn't intend for you to trip this much. If it helps you sleep at night, I thoroughly enjoy messing around with you because I find your reactions amusingly entertaining and also adorable in a sense. Can't explain why exactly, but I guess looking at the goofy facial expressions you can muster up never fails to make me crack up. I beg your pardon? You said I'm the ridiculously adorable one? Wow, that is preposterous. Now I know for sure you're delusional. What makes you even say that, huh? Is it because I'm not all that tall? 'Cause I could say the same for you. In fact, you may be even a little shorter than me. You aren't necessarily a towering beast, from what I can tell. So who's looking down on who? Besides, even if I appear to be on the shorter side, that hasn't stopped me from making you lick the dirt off my sandals. I don't even doubt if I could still get you on your knees begging me for mercy. I'll sweep you clean off your feet and make sure you regret underestimating me. Trust me, little worm. I might be a puppet, but I'm no fragile doll. What? I was just ready to make you eat those words. I'm not one to take lightly. I'm sorry, alright? I got infuriated, and I felt like I needed to prove I wasn't inferior. My natural response nowadays is resorting to violence. I hate being undermined. I don't want to be viewed as anything less than feeble. I'm wholly capable of making anyone regret thinking otherwise. It's just what feels most effective for me. It's why I resort to such methods. I'll try to be more considerate next time. But look, it's starting to get dark outside. Let's just settle down here. Moving onwards from here on out will only tire us out further in the long run. It's important to get some rest. Alright? Don't go pushing yourself now. We're in no real rush anyway. Here, let go. I'll ignite a fire for us tonight. Afterwards, we can talk a little bit more before catching some sleep. There. This flame should keep us warm for the night. What's up with you? Is something on your mind? Nothing, huh? I think I've known you long enough to tell when nothing is actually something. Come on now. You know better. Out with it. Do you think I'd waste my time wandering aimlessly with someone of no semblance to me? You've got me all wrong. If I didn't want to be here with you, I wouldn't be. I could be anywhere else spending my time, doing far less trivial things if I wanted to. But I don't, as I choose to venture to that with you. Because somehow, any adventure without you feels even more bleak than usual. I don't mind being on my lonesome as much anymore, but I enjoy the adventures we have nevertheless. As for my harsh attitude, I get it. I say mean things, words that can sting. Undeniably, I'm ruthless. But it's just how I came to be after everything that's transpired up until now. I cannot be your perfect dog. But I'd be a liar if I said that I wasn't infatuated with you, to a degree. I am the way I am because I just say what's on my mind. It's my own truth. It's my own truth I follow. But I don't think I'm as cold-hearted as you put me out to be. I was discarded for my vulnerabilities. Forgive me for having a hard exterior. I want to protect myself. And yet, somehow, despite all of the atrocities I've committed, all the flaws that come with me in my treatment of you, you remain by my side. I don't know if I'll ever be able to repay the amount of gratitude I owe you. I don't know if I can live up to all that. Now, as for using you, don't be ridiculous. Hypothetically, if I ever needed someone to quote-unquote find myself, which I don't, I'd have picked someone who offers much more wisdom. Someone like Nahida, and someone much less meddling and infuriating like yourself. You're not exactly the person I think of who's got things all figured out. You're not just some stepladder to me, alright? If anything, you're the one who keeps me grounded, even when I don't want to admit it. You're interesting. You caught my attention from the moment I first met you. And if you still think my words are all just a facade, I don't blame you. But just stop looking at what I say so much and start paying attention to what I do. Actions speak louder than words, do they not? If I seem bitter, it's because I've grown to develop a rather bitter taste for everything. I so desperately wanted to renounce my humanity because it was easier to do so. Shutting off all my emotions that held me back felt necessary at the time because all they've ever got me was trauma. But then with you, I feel I'm more at ease because of you, slime brains. I won't apologize for the way I am, as I'm still figuring out a lot of things about myself. And if that hurts you, I'm sorry. You've always been free to go. I won't hold you here, and I apologize, and I thank you for putting up with me, and for bringing me to this point to begin with. I'm sorry, and I really appreciate you. Now, enough of this sentimental nonsense for the night. It's not my style. Just stop doubting everything so much. You're not as half bad to be around as you think. Things can be confusing, but don't let that tamper your perspective on the truth of how things really are. Now get some rest. We've got a long way to go tomorrow. I don't want to hear you complaining, and if you faint on me, it'll be me who has to lug your sad, sorry sack around. I'll wake you up tomorrow first thing in the morning. Okay? Now rest. I love you. Okay, go sleep.